Guys, I'm finally going home after like 7.5 years. Actually, 7.5 years. March made it 7.5 years since I last went home. And I'm so sorry. It's like really early. It's like 4 a.m. in the morning. So if my voice is a bit weird, please just bear with me. I just woke up, but I had to edit this. So yeah, guys, I'm finally going home. I went home through Kigali because I was in Kigali. In my last video, you can check it out. I was in Kigali for about 24 hours. So I booked my flight from Kigali back home to Nigeria, from Kigali to Ethiopia, from Ethiopia to Nigeria. And you guys, I was just filled with so much emotions. Like I didn't even know how to feel. I was so excited because I had not seen my family for like a long time. But on the other hand, I was also scared because I didn't know what I was coming back home to. A lot of my friends had left where I reside back home, and I just didn't know what to expect. But you guys, that Kigali airport is just the bomb. I was just filled with emotions, like I was so anxious, just filled with so much anxiety about like what life has to offer and my plans, and I just didn't know what to expect. So I went to Kigali, the airport, like quite early. Like I was there like at about just before 9, and my flight was leaving at 1:45 a.m. So I had to wait the whole time. On another note, you guys, the people that have the audacity to buy things on at the airport are just, it's too expensive for me. So this is me like just still waiting. I was so anxious also because I had a lot of load and I was so worried that they would make me pay for excess luggage. So I got there, and then this guy that is just walking back was like, "Oh, you have to pay for so that your things would be wrapped." I'm like, "Nope, I don't need to pay. I did not have that money." I was like, "No, I'm not paying, guys." So I finally got in line to wait for them so that they can like get my things. I can check in my load. I was so scared because you can see everybody's things are like so small. She ended up like refusing me to go with 3 luggages, and she was like, "If you can put all the other things in the 2 luggages, the third luggage in the 2 luggages, I'll let you go." So was finally able to, and then she checked in my luggage, and then I went to another place where they would scan my, what's it called? Scan my ticket just before I go to where I'll wait before they will call us for the final check-in, for the final check. Sorry. And they had like a lot of like duty free stuff and all that. Um, it's quite a very big airport. I think it's not as big as Ethiopia, obviously, but like it's really impressive. So this is where we're waiting, guys. Like I think we were here for like just about like 30 minutes. It wasn't even long. That we're waiting here. This is me. I was already over it, you guys. I was so tired. Like I was so tired. I didn't sleep the night before because I was just so anxious about the idea of going back home, and I can't sleep when the flight is like when we're on flight. So tell me why we met the Benin Republic team players. They played with Rwanda. They won 1-1. So I met with them. I was actually fortunate to sit with one of their coach, and we really discussed like the whole time from Rwanda to Ethiopia. Like it was like really fun. So actually I also met another team. I think that was okay, yeah, Burundi, but I'm going to show you guys that in the next clip. So when it was time to board our flight, we had to walk like a bit of a distance, not so far, but we had to walk to a bit of a distance just to get to our flight, which that was kind of different for Ethiopia, because Ethiopia, like they would have like a bus that will come and pick you and take you to where your place is. So this was like what they gave us. I was not a fan. I ordered for, I think, beef. I wasn't fine because the last time I ordered for chicken and I didn't like, so I was like, let's try beef. It was actually worse than the chicken. But yeah, this was what we got, and then this was me trying the meal that they had given, that I had prepared, because when I saw it, it was not looking appetizing at all. And it also didn't look, and then they had like chili powder, and I tried it, and I was not even feeling the chili at all. I'm like, okay, well, then what is this? Like I'm just adding something to my food and I can't even feel it. But yeah, I wasn't so impressed at first, but then I tried after some time. Maybe it's the hunger, but I was like, okay, it's not as bad as I thought it was the first time trying it. I shall finish the food because I paid for it and I'm not going to waste anything. So after that, I think I just tried to like stay awake because this flight didn't have like a TV or anything for me to watch. So I was just there staying, and you guys like look at the view. I was actually fortunate to sit at the window seats like the whole both flights. That's the one from Kigali to Ethiopia and from Ethiopia to Abuja. I was very fortunate enough to like sit at the window seat. So this was us like when we got to Ethiopia, we had to like remove our shoes, remove all our jewelries and everything. And then I got here to look at my flight. I was seeing the flight, but I was not seeing the gate I was supposed to sit. But like fortunately, the ticket had my gate number, so I was like, you know what, I'm just going to go there, and then when I get there, I'll just ask anyone that I'm seeing there that is working there just to confirm that yes, my flight is supposed to be there because we're there quite early. I was there at 5 a.m. and my flight was leaving at 9:20. So I had like enough time. So I wasn't really worried about going to the wrong gate. Although my gate was at gate 10 and that was like one of the last gates. So it was the ending part. I'm going to show you guys in the next clip to see like how far it was actually because I kept walking and I was like, chat, are you sure you're going to the right place? I finally got, oh, it's not in the clip, but I finally got to the place and I freaked out here because I was literally the only one in that whole place. Like from about gates 5 to gates 11, there was no one but me when I came. I was like, okay, am I sure that people are using this gate at all? Like, maybe there was an issue, there was a mistake with my ticket. This is the Crocs I wore because I cannot be removing shoe when they are checking and putting it back on. So I wore Crocs. People were looking at him, but did I care? But this was like about 6 something, and people were already coming. So I was like relaxed. I'm like, okay, at least people are coming. I think because our plane landed very early. That was why like there was no one at first to be there. So I was just there playing and moving around alone. But you guys by 7 there was no space to sit anymore. Like the whole place was jam packed and filled with people like that were also waiting to board their flights. We finally boarded our flight a bit late. I think we're supposed to board like by 8:35, but we boarded like about by 9:50, by 8:50 something. This is just when our flight was about to leave. Like you guys, the sky was skying, the clouds were clouding. It was so beautiful. I was also sitting at the window seat this time, and our plane was not full, so like there was enough space, which was very comfortable. It was just so beautiful. You guys should let me know in the comment section, what do you prefer, the the night view or the day view? Because this cloud was just, it was just doing it for me. Like it was so peaceful and so beautiful. Like, can you just see this? Like, just take a look at this. Honestly, like it was just so pretty. Like it made me feel so calm. I don't know, there was just something very beautiful about like experiencing this cloud. The last time I flew, like it wasn't like this. But this time like I was like, wow, this cloud was really telling me like, yeah, you are going home, because that was just what I was feeling at this point. I was so anxious like about going home. I was just really scared and excited all at the same time, but I just couldn't wait to see my mom because I have not seen that woman for over 7 years. I couldn't just wait to see her. They also ended up feeding us like in this time, and it was better. Like this one was way better because we had like mac and cheese with chicken. I ordered for chicken this time. This was me finally in Abuja. I was just filled with so much emotion. I was so worried because airport, like Nigerian airports, they can ask for money, but fortunately for me, like nobody even came close to me, because I think maybe because of how tired I was. Also, guys, they took power. I was like, Nigeria is finally welcoming me back. And also, guys, I finally met my mom after 7.5 years. It was just so surreal.